Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. Okay, so what I want to do today is discuss whether or not there really is a significant difference between Sarms liquids and capsules. Like I've talked about this before, I've talked about it for a long time. Okay, there's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of things said that I never said, a lot of things that were taken out of context, a lot of misconceptions. I've done videos, but apparently they weren't in depth enough. So let's just clear it all. Let's just set the table and then clear it off. Okay, so I know that I have said that a lot of times there are pro-hormones in capsules because it's a fact. Does that mean that somebody can't do the same exact thing with the liquid? Absolutely not. Anybody can take a pro-hormone, put it into liquid, suspend it, and sell it just like they can do it in a capsule. So it's not as though that somebody that sells liquid automatically has a great product, and it's not as though somebody that's selling a capsule automatically has a bad one. Here's long story short. We remember the pro-hormone ban. I don't need to go back and revisit all the BS that's gone on with that. Well, here's what happened. A lot of companies were stuck with hundreds of thousands and some millions of dollars in raws because people buy them in bulk and they buy them at that amount, especially the larger companies. Don't kid yourself on the amount of things that people buy to sell, especially these companies that are selling a lot. So let's just say the average company is stuck with $350,000, $400,000 worth of raw materials that they can no longer sell or get rid of. What are they supposed to do? Just take a loss and take a hit? Well, a lot of them decided that, hey, we got to figure out a way to do this. How can we sell these? Well, we can sell Sarms, or at least say that they're Sarms, put these in the capsules, they'll get huge effects, they'll keep buying them, and we get rid of them, and then maybe when they're gone, we can just start selling regular Sarms, or just hope we can get rid of our product. Then there's a flip side to this. There's also people that just hop online, and that's where you see a lot of newer companies that open, and I'm not saying all the new companies are bad either, because it's not true. But there's a lot of either new companies or people that have been around that just get online, think they can go buy raws anywhere, think they're going to get exactly what they're buying, which is not the case. And this is not their fault. I have a perfect example. I had a close friend that decided to go ahead and do this, against my will of telling him not to. Oh, but I got this sweet deal, da-da-da-da-da. Orders a bunch of MK2866. I'm not going to tell you the amount, but let's just say it was a lot. Come to find out, after he got it tested, which he did, it was super drawl, as opposed to MK2866. Call me crazy, but that's a significant difference, and that could seriously harm some people. So it's not about being in a certain type of version, because hey, if you think back and remember, pro-hormones started coming out in liquid form too, if you remember before the ban. It's not about how they're put together and how that they're made. It's about whom you're getting them from, and it's not even necessarily the whom's fault that you're getting from if they sell you something that's bad. Okay, here's the thing that I do know. First of all, I don't own any Sarms companies. People will say, well, I got from your site. Look, I've been marketing for, different companies that since 2012, all the way back to then. Doesn't mean I had any stake or ownership in any of them. That's not what I do. That's not my aspirations. I have plenty of other businesses that I'm involved in, that I'm part in, mainly in finance and real estate, okay? And obviously with some supplements, DGA, things that I market for, and other supplement companies that I've worked with in marketing. I don't own these companies, okay? And I don't market for anybody that is anything less than the best. I won't put my name on that. That's pretty bad and not smart for anybody that's in business to do. And anytime that I've marketed for companies that have done bad practices or gone bad, you guys that know me, that have followed me, have seen me completely leave and tell you exactly what happened so that I'm not associated with it. What I can tell you is this: there are some good companies out there. They're not all bad, okay? They're not at all. Despite what some people may think or may take out of context, there are good companies out there, but they know who they're dealing with overseas. They have relationships with these people. They know what they're getting. They can trust them. They're not just randomly going out and doing things. I know a couple people that have really strong relationships over there. I know that they go over there. I know how all the practices work. I know what they've done. They've been around for a while, professional. I know this. There's a lot of people that don't. There's far more people that don't than do. Let's put it that way. So you have to just be careful. That's all I'm saying. Liquids, capsules, can be effective either way. There's positives and negatives to both, right? With the liquids, you can measure it a little bit better, you know, and with the capsules, they don't have that shitty taste that most people complain about, and there's a longer shelf life there, and there's less crystallization and falling out of suspension, right? Some people prefer the liquid. They like to measure it. They like to do it that way. Some people like the capsules. Find it more effective. Some people feel some absorb better than the other. There's really no science behind that. We've had those arguments. I was told one thing once, told another thing another when it first came out. You know, learned along the way that the BS behind that. They both are absorbed fine either way. So, you know, there's a lot there, and then there's a not lot there, right? There's more that's made out to be there than there is, when the fact remains that it all comes down to this. Can you trust the person that you're getting from? And that's it. Because if you can, and you know you're probably going to get a good raw, okay? The thing is some people don't know how to measure and dose their caps, and some people don't know how to measure and dose their liquids when they're making them. That's another thing, an efficacy issue in terms of how they're dosing things. So there's a lot of factors here. It's not just one thing, but I just want to make sure everybody understands. If you take somebody that has the same exact pure raws and they put them in a capsule and they put them in liquid, you're going to get the same results either way. Plain and simple. So, that being said, stay tuned for plenty more to come. Dylan Gemelli signing off.